I didn't argue when she said it. Just raised my glass, gave a single nod, and smiled like a man too dense to grasp. The mockery. My pathetic husband. She laughed. Half drunk, half serious. Should just sell me. His collapsing startup, right, Daddy? Her father, William Cross, private equity shark, in $1,000 silk tie, chuckled and tapped his glass against hers. Might be the smartest deal he's ever made. Laughter rolled through the room, a wave of white wine grins and fake sympathy. I excused myself before dessert. We'd met when I was 25 and she was 23. I'd just left college with nothing but a bruised ego and a half-coated dream. She had just graduated early from Wharton, summa cum laude, a meteor in heels. She told me she loved that I was different. I believed her. I gave her everything. My vision, my crew, my long nights, and gritty ramen-filled persistence. She refined the pitch, won over investors, made my scrappy dream look polished in a boardroom. I didn't see it then. She wasn't just refining my company. She was reshaping me into a rung on her ladder. The first real fracture appeared 6 months. Before that party, I overheard her on the phone while she paced the kitchen. He'll fold, Dad. Just give me more time. He still thinks I'm on his side. She didn't know I'd come home early. That night, I made dinner, candles, her favorite wine. She never noticed a shift in my stare. From then on, I stopped loving her. I began analyzing her. I set up a stealth server to clone her laptop. No keylogger, too basic. Instead, I wrote a script to capture her screen. Every 3 seconds. I read everything. Emails with her father, draft agreements, shell companies, patent transfers. She was planning a silent takeover. Stripped the IP, dumped me before Series B. The worst part? She'd already promised my CTO a better gig. Once I was out, her betrayal wasn't sudden. It was surgical, precise. So I mirrored her methods. The company wasn't collapsing, just evolving. Revenue lagged behind our pivot. But I learned something. Perception outshouts reality. So I helped build their illusion. Pause PR, froze hiring. Let our user numbers dip. They smelled weakness. She moved quicker. I formed a new company. Quietly, offshore, same tech, better stack. But this time, no trace of her. I transferred IP gradually. Through legal licensing she never bothered to read. Then I waited. At her party, when she proudly announced she was buying out my firm, everyone acted like I'd been outmaneuvered. Even my team clapped for her. I didn't argue, didn't plead. Next morning, she handed me the acquisition papers, thick, glossy, like wedding invites. I signed each page, passed it back, and said, "All yours." She smiled victorious. That afternoon, she and her father waltzed into what they thought was my office. But it wasn't mine anymore. She held the deed. She wore the title of CEO. But when they sat down and asked why the systems were offline, I just said transferred. She looked confused. William didn't. His eyes didn't widen. They locked. He figured it out before she did. Patents were leased, not owned. The company held shadows, not substance. "You tricked me," she hissed. "No," I said. "You mistook me for a fool." The legal team needed 2 weeks to confirm what they already sensed. By then, my new startup had closed. A $40 million Series B. Same core, cleaner build. Engineers who believed in me. She sued, of course. Her father tried forcing arbitration. I welcomed it. The truth loves sunlight. At the table, for the first time, her voice shook, not with sadness, but fear. In her world, reputation is oxygen, and I cut off her air slowly. Screenshots, voice captures, emails, all gathered lawfully, all sharp. She called me calculating. I stayed silent, because the moment you explain, you've already lost. Her father stopped attending the hearings. He knew it was done. When the arbitrators ruled in my favor, I didn't smile. I just leaned toward her and whispered, "Your only mistake was thinking. I couldn't pretend longer than you could lie. It's been 6 months." She lost her board position. Her firm erased her name. Last I saw her, she was giving a guest talk on ethics at a local college. I watched from the back row. She didn't notice me. She doesn't notice much these days. Do I miss her? Sometimes. But not the woman from those sleepless years. That version was a costume. I missed the lie I believed in. But I don't regret the end. Because revenge, when it's done right, doesn't burn. It freezes. Silent. Precise. Final.